Hey everyone, this is Nate from ThemedAttraction.com. I wanted to, first of all, thank you for joining the Themed Attraction Student Showcase for this year. It's going to be really great, and my goal for this, our goal, there was several of us who put the thing together, but was to connect you specifically with businesses in the themed entertainment industry that could potentially hire you. With that said, we did an interview, Christian Rogers at IUPUI, and I interviewed Bob Rogers at BRC Imagination Arts. 25 years ago, he gave me indispensable advice on how to get into the industry when, 50,000 resumes per year were sent to a lot of these entertainment companies and were all thrown in the trash. Well, how did I get in? He will tell you exactly what to do and how to do it. And if you can do that, follow his steps like I did, you will be successful. Please go watch that video. It's called Indispensable Career Advice. It's if you go to resources on ThemedAttraction.com and then videos, it's one of the top videos over there. So go watch that before you talk to any of the people in any of the judges for the student showcase. Because if you sort of do the right things, then you have a maximum chance of getting a job opportunity. So with that said, this is going to be a video on how to upload your documents for the student showcase. Now, you don't have to be a webmaster, but you do have to know a few basics on computer type stuff. So this is going to assume that you already created an account on ThemedAttraction.com. You'll click Join Us, go through the verification process, and you'll be logged in. You know you're logged in because you'll see your name right there. Okay, so you can actually go and self-publish using the My Profile, and you go to the blog page. We're actually not going to do that, and I'll tell you why. There's actually a couple bugs with this. Mostly it's because you can't edit very well, and we're working on that with our developers. But if you hit blog there, you can actually hit create a post, and you can actually do it this way, just the same as before. So you click create, and then you can basically do everything that I'm about to show you. But what we're going to do is we are going to go to the back end of ThemedAttraction.com. And this is WordPress, just like any other WordPress. If you've used WordPress, you've probably already done a lot of this. But that being said, go to WP-admin. So ThemedAttraction.com/WP-admin. And that's the universal login for WordPress. Once you click that, your screen will look like this. This is an account that's a test account that looks exactly like your account will look. There's really only two buttons. All this stuff in the middle is not important at all. The only two things you really care about are posts and media. And then if you need to change your password for some reason, users, it's not even here. Okay, don't worry about that. Click either posts or media. Media, you can upload all of your images if you like. You can click on the library, or you can click that button. It'll take you to the same place. I'll go ahead and do that. And then you can click Add New. Now, you can add any sort of image. You can drag and drop it from your hard drive. You just click Add New, and you drag them right here. Or you can even do a PDF file. So if you have PDFs, if you have Word documents, whatever you want to put, you can put here, and then you can drop them into your project post, okay? So this is secondary. You don't really need to use this, but if you want to just upload all your documents all at once, you can do them here. It will crunch the documents to make them smaller. So if it's an image that's a 5 megabyte drawing or image, it'll make that smaller, so it won't take forever if you're on a cell phone. That was happening last year, so it will pause a little bit. So give it a couple minutes to upload properly, and you'll know that it's done when it displays. So with that said, to get to your post, you can click here, and you can also go directly to Add New, but this button and this button are the same. So click at All Posts. You can see I've added a couple in here already. You're going to click Add New. Oh, and by the way, if you need to get back to it, back to your post, and let's say you had to go away, step away for a while, you go ahead and you can click Edit here, or Quick Edit, and you can also just throw it in the trash. In the trash, you can always get it back out. But essentially, Quick Edit will allow you to set the date to which it will publish. So you want it to go on July 7th at 8:50 in the morning. You can click Update, and that's when it will publish. That's kind of nice if you want to set it up to be released at a certain time. But in general, you can click this edit link underneath your post. Here's one post, and here, let me get out of this. I clicked on something. All of them will be listed. So edit or quick edit. So click the edit button, or you can click the checkbox and then go to edit and then hit apply. And it didn't work. It should. Hold on one second. I'll just go to the edit button. That will work. And all of your information is here. So let's back up and talk about how to add a brand new document. What you'll do is you click on post, you click add new. Give it a second to think. It's a mistake to go and make sure that this circle is finished spinning before you do anything else, because then you can lose your work technically, or possible. So with that said, really, there's not that much. It looks complicated. Most of this stuff you're never going to touch. But the one thing you do want to do is you want to give it a good title, and you want to give it some written content. Okay. I was working on a previous video and I grabbed some text from CNN. I'm going to go ahead and do that again, just as sample text. This is a random piece of information. Okay. So I hit Control V to paste, Control C to copy that. So you can hit Control C, grab your text, Control V, paste it in. Just know it's going to bring in code as well with it. So you may want to paste it into a notepad so that it's nice, and then recopy and paste so that it's nice, clean code. But that's up to you. So typically when you do a document, or when you do text, you want it to look the same on a website. So if you highlight this text, you'll notice it'll say paragraph there. That's important because that basically says any text that is labeled paragraph will all have the same exact look when it goes on the website, when it's displayed on the front end. Now, up here, if you grab this or look at this text, it changes to heading 1. Heading 1 is something that is important because that is sort of a title of your document. Heading 2 is a little bit smaller, and then you can even do heading 3. Okay. And so that just helps you kind of break it up. So typically when you're going to paste in all of your information, you're going to use either heading 1, 2, 3, or paragraph text. So that's just basic Word or web formatting, and it'll display across every device. So don't worry about it too much. Just paste in all of your text and then change it to either that or that. Don't worry about too much about how much it looks, because it's going to reformat the text based on the device that it's on. It'll do that for you. And then when you're done, you're going to hit publish. Okay. That being said, don't hit publish. I just told you to do it. Don't do it. Hit save draft. When you hit publish, with great power comes great responsibility. It will blast your information all across the web, which is a good thing because a lot of good people are going to see your work. A lot of industry people, professionals, etc. But what it'll do is, if you just hit save draft, it will stay saved, but it won't publish anything until you're absolutely ready. Okay. So what it'll do is when you hit publish, it's going to put it on the front page of the student showcase, and then it will share it across the social networks so that other people can see your document, and potentially that can help your career. We'll see. But that being said, there's really just a couple things to do. 1, add a title. 2, add your text, as we just talked about. And by the way, you can add a hyperlink. So if you highlight text and you give it this link button here, you can go ahead and say, okay, I want this to go to CNN.com, and hit enter, and it will then make that a hyperlink. So just be aware that that's how that works. You can also left justify, center justify, or right justify text. That's important because it'll actually wrap around an image. Let me show you how this works. So if I want to add an image, you just click add media like this. And then you can upload a document or upload a file, or you can just pick one that's in here already. Don't steal your neighbor's work. Then you click it so that's checked with the blue check, and then you hit insert into post. And it's going to think for a second, and then it will be right there. Okay. So if you click on this image, you can left justify it, It'll wrap the text around on the one side. You can right justify it. It'll be on the other side. You can center justify it, or you can give it no justification at all, and it'll just add, you can add multiple that way. That's probably the best thing to do if you're doing multiple images. The other thing you can do is you can delete it by hitting the X, or you can change the size by clicking this pencil and changing it from medium to large to full size. So if you have a lot of concept images and you want it to look good, make it full size or large, and it will fill the space. So that's a good thing to do. If you get stuck on this, just reach out and I'll help you format it. So we've talked about the title. You add your text. You can add your media. You don't need this YouTube button. If you want, yeah, that's not really necessary. Here's how you do YouTube or any sort of video. YouTube, I'll just use as an example for you. So here is a random video. And what you'll do is you will click share, and then you'll click embed. And then when you click in here, it's going to highlight all this code and you hit copy. Okay. So it's a good idea to not put videos into the media area. It just takes too long to upload and whatnot. Put it into YouTube or send it to us. We'll put it on our YouTube channel. That way we'll have it for future references. It'll never go away. And then you can grab that code. And what you want to do is, you'll notice there's a visual, which is what we're on now, but there's also a tab where you, let's say right here next to this word Donald Trump, we click text, and then you hit Control V for paste. And if you go back, you will see that the video is displayed. Okay. And once we hit publish, you can just play right from your document. So really that's kind of it. There's the title, the text that you paste in. You want to paste a video in, click this text toggle, and then get the embed code and hit paste, Control V. And add any images by clicking the add media button. Also, this button here expands so that there's a little bit of extra. You can bold text to change the color, things like that. Not really that important. If you want to indent text, you can do that. That will toggle that up and down. Just know that that's there. I'm trying to think what else. Yes, okay. Most important part. What you want to do is you want to add a category, and you must do this. So you add, and it's not the 2021 showcase, but the 2021 showcase, so that your post will display on the ThemedAttraction Showcase page. So based on what checkbox you put, this will display it in a different area, either under individuals or teams. So we have teams and individuals, but then we also break it down into individual year 1 and 2. So if you're a freshman or a sophomore, year 3 and 4 if you're a junior or senior, or if you're a graduate student or an intern, you're gonna click this box. Okay, we just want to make a nice level playing field for everybody, so that way you're judged based kind of on the level of work that you're probably going to be producing. So if you've got a senior in your group and you've got a bunch of sophomores, put it under year 3 and 4. Just put it to default under the highest level of work of a person that's on your team. So if I had a bunch of sophomores and a couple seniors, put teams year 3 and 4 there. Okay, just check one box. And then the most important part, by the way, all this other garbage, you don't need to worry about. Tags, you can do, that's like a keyword for SEO. Post attributes, we don't care about. None of this stuff we care about, but we do care about this one right here, featured image. This is what will display on the home page when all of the projects are laid out. Pretty much without this, it's going to be kind of a ugly looking blank post with just your title. So hit set featured image, and then pick your featured image, and then hit set featured image. And it's going to think for a second and then put it in there. Okay. It may, depending on the size of your document, be large. So if you put in a 5 megabyte drawing, it's going to shrink it on purpose. So it might take 20-30 seconds to load. It just depends on your connection speed. So be patient and wait till it loads. And then when you're done, always hit this button up here, the save draft. And then again, when you're ready for the world to see it, hit publish. Okay, notice there was that little spinning circle. Always wait till that's done, till it reloads before you go and do additional work, so you don't lose anything. Okay, this is a little bit down into the weeds, but if you screwed up something, you can always go to your revisions and you can actually back up in time. So this case, there's a couple different revisions and you can use the slider to go back. Oh, I messed up something from 5 minutes ago or from yesterday. So you can go back in time and you can restore by hitting the blue button. So just know that that's there. But anytime you want to do something, just click posts, edit, and then add a category, add your media, add your featured image, and then add all of your text here. And that's really all you need to do. Once you get done with that, it's just going to show up. And I'll show you what last year's student showcase looked like. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm not going to because it's not, not up anymore. So I think it might be, yeah, it's under academia, actually. I take it back. So this is what it'll look like right here under Showcase Gallery. And so this is your featured image right here. So this is what it's going to look like. You should, by the way, put your team name and then what school you're from. Okay, so for example, SCAD, Warriors Journey, Dreamland, IUPUI, Golden 20s, IUPUI. Put your name, your project name, and then what college you are coming from. So I hope this all helps you. And again, if you need any help with your career, I've been where you are coming from. I want you to be successful. So any one of you guys can succeed. You don't have to be a great drawer. You don't have to be a great artist, but or a great anything. But if you're teachable and you have some good desire and a few good talents, you can make it in this business. So I'd love to help you. So reach out anytime and I'm here for you. Okay, thanks. And I'll stop this video, but feel free to reach out to me again, Nate@ThemedAttraction.com. If you have any questions, comments, get stuck, and I'll send you my phone number and we can go over this and I'll help you make sure this document is formatted correctly. That's all. All right. Thank you for listening.